lying in the shadow, watching something interesting but bureaucratic?
I think the best thing to do in this horrible weather is to swim in our swimming pool. I'm dying. I'm dying, but I'm with the guys in the trekking and cheering them out a bit if they're positive or negative, and that's basically it.
Well, we do the opposite of the Europeans. We, instead of, everyone here seems to take their clothes off when it gets hot. We put long clothes on and jump in the pool as much as possible, in and out of the pool. Maybe you take some clothes off when you're in the pool. That's about it.
You've got the team captain's fan?
Yeah.
We've got multiple fans here.
Normal days, I'm staying in the pool, but in these days, I'm doing the United pilots in the crazy temperature up there.
Yeah. I always say it.
It's nice. The evening has been really nice. The pig was good, and the potato is even better. The potato game. What's it called? Brambora. Ah, yes, yes, I do. The beer is very, very good here.
Okay, the food as well?
I was enjoying the pig roast today. It was real good. Good. Especially beer.
Grazie. No, yeah, sorry.
Good morning, welcome back to Daily Briefing on competition day number 6. And let's jump to the results from our last competition day. The winner in the club class, Finn Slade from Great Britain. And then French domination in the standard class, and the winner, Encheran Wiro from France. Congratulations. And out to the weather.
northwest direction. Today there is small, sharp, short mud task. And strength of this ridge of high pressure is very slow for today. There is satellite picture. We are in this position in east part of Germany. There is cumulus clouds, but in area of Tabor we expect influence of clouds to later afternoon. There will be low and mid clouds in start of day, and later afternoon there will be influence of cirrus clouds. There is a 1 hour old radar picture. This the last precipitation is moving to east, and in this time it may be east from Tabor, and from west there will be no precipitation, but there will stay high quantity of clouds. There is a soundage from Prague, morning soundage. There is interesting that below 2 kilometers above sea level there is north wind, and above 2 kilometers there is west wind, and the speed of wind is about 10 meters per second, and the air is very humid, and red and green line are together. We must be wait for different air from west. There is forecast of clouds in time of briefing. It looks that there is overcast, and later afternoon the quantity of clouds will decrease. It's about 3 o'clock of our local time, and there may be 4 to 6 octas of clouds, but there will be high quantity of cirrus clouds. At noon, model expect high quantity, no, not high quantity, but some low precipitation in Tabor area. We are here. And later afternoon, this is 2 o'clock of our local time. In this position, very weak thermals or no thermal activity, and later afternoon, about 4 o'clock of our local time, we expect weak thermal with few cumulus clouds, and maximum top of updrafts or top of cloud base may be 1000 meters above ground, and very weak thermals. But we will still wait. There is still low probability for short mud task. Yeah, it's all. I don't say for today, have a nice flight, because it is still 50-50, but have a flight.
Thank you. So, no tasks yet. If we'll be flying from runway 29er. All procedures stay as they were before. All seems to be working really well. You're really getting good at it. So finish would be on runway 29er, again 5 kilometer finish wing, 650 meters above mean sea level minimum finish altitude, and landing procedure on runway 29er as in the previous days. If we'll be flying, we'll be only using 20 minutes start line opening times to make sure we can fit into the short interval we might be given. We'll not be using pre-start altitude limit. We'll be returning to the VEV start procedure times that we were using before the last competition day, and continue to send all your files to igc@pohoda.com. And now we have a few safety remarks, especially to the last competition day. So So when you're flying, always remember to look out, and look out, but also always remember to try to be as predictable and as safe while flying, and it is twice as true on the finish. So always remember that on finish, and especially after crossing the finish ring, you must continue in a continuous descent, so no pull-ups after finish. I have prepared a few examples from the last day. This was one glider. So crossing the finish relatively high at 851 meters of mean sea level, and then a sharp pull-up to 940 meters above mean sea level. It's unnecessary. If given the speed the glider had, they could have continued straight and just used the speed to stay up in a level flight. Another example here, even worse one. So this pilot crossed the finish ring at 753 meters with a speed of 191 kilometers per hour, and then decided to make a right turn and use the speed to climb up. But in a turn like this, it's really unpredictable. There could be other gliders here and they would be surprised, what even is this? Again, and at this altitude with this speed, it was completely unnecessary. Level flight towards the airfield until you are comfortable descending would have been much better. And now, last example, this one is from standard class. Also, no sense here. Crossing the finish ring at a normal altitude, but at a very sharp pull-up and climb of 110 meters. Again, completely unnecessary, twice as much in standard class. Please don't do that. So, if we'll be flying, we'll be using runway 29er again. First launch is still to be determined. We'll make sure to give you final information by 1 p.m. on what is going to happen today. Until we tell you anything, please do not enter the grass with your cars. Keep cars on paved roads so we can save the grass while it's wet. Any questions?
Yeah, so you've been using you've been thinking it's a bad day, so we use 20 minutes for the start line. But if you climb today with like 0.5 meters per second, and you have a standard class glider, wouldn't it be too much of an advantage for the people in front? And also, we're saying this now because we also would like to hear what other people are thinking.
So the expectation is that if this will be necessary if we want to fly at all and have a fair window for all gliders, and the thermals will be weak, but the cloud bases will also be very low. So we don't expect you would need as much time. The reality is, if you have release altitude 600 meters, cloud bases are 8,000 meters, you only need to climb 400 meters to get to the top. And with our thinking today, we'll be keeping 30 minutes standard, but 20 minutes when the weather seems that it won't let us fly for very long and we want to fit in the task. If that's everything, thank you very much, and please wait for more information.